Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Medea J, and today's video is the one with Medea J trying this the third time. Right, jokes aside, so this video is going to be me testing out the Friends collection. I do want to use the Big Daddy eyeshadow palette and maybe one or two colors from the Rachel palette and just test out the lipsticks and lip gloss. Now the reason why I said the one with Medea J trying this again is because this isn't the first time I'm recording this video. I've tried recording it twice and both times my application didn't quite work. So the first time I used the Abh primer and the shadows just kind of slipped off the primer. Second time I used the P. Louise base and it kind of clumped up. So because in the eyeshadow palette it's there's a lot of pressed pigment shadows used, and with pressed pigment shadows you kind of need a sticky base. So I initially tried the Abh primer, though it isn't sticky when it's dry, because I thought, okay, it's a base, let's see how it performs. I didn't record that because, or rather I didn't save the recording because it was really bad. And then I tried the P. Louise base, and then the shadows stayed pigmented when I was applying. I'll pop in a video for you guys to see. It looked pigmented when I was applying it, but then it just, the shimmer shades just started clumping up and it just looked really rough. So the look just was not in it. So this is the third time lucky I am recording this, and I'm going to be using the NYX glitter adhesive because this is a sticky base, and we're going to take our time to finesse this eyeshadow palette because it is so beautiful and it swatches really beautifully. I want to believe that it is my technique or my application that just isn't doing it justice. So we're going to try this again. So welcome to my channel. We're going to be testing the Friends Revolution collaboration. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts about some of the accessories and my thoughts about the eyeshadow palettes and lip products that I'm going to be testing. So if you are interested, let's give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's jump in. So as you guys can see, I have done my brows off camera. In true Medea J style, I am going to do one eye off camera, and as I always say, it just allows me understand the shadows, though I have done this before, and just get my bearing. So I do have a previous video up unboxing all of the products from the collaboration, so if you haven't seen that video, please go ahead and check that out. In that video I swatched everything, I showed everything up close, so if you really want to see the pigmentation and the color and the swatches and whatnot, that video is your jam. I also realized from the video that a few people don't know what Friends the TV series is, or they never got into it. I'm not going to say that I'm a die-hard, hardcore, dying, I've got every memorabilia for the TV series, but I did watch a lot of the episodes and I still watch a lot of the episodes. So Friends is an old TV series, a lot of famous characters in that TV show, and that TV show ran for quite a long time. I want to say that it came to an end in 2000s, so it's quite an old TV series, and so a lot of the colors and the tones and everything, it's very 90s inspired type of tones. They're more muted, they're not really in your face, they're really soft, subtle types of colors. So in my mind, the collection does it justice. So if anyone thinks that the colors are boring or whatnot, those are more or less the colors that were reigning in those times. So I don't expect like really dark emerald green types of shadows and stuff like that. I expect more muted, you know, easy to wear types of colors. So I do love the collaboration in that respect. Just so that you guys are aware, definitely Google Friends. You'll see everywhere on YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime. Watch one or two episodes, they're funny. I mean, you know, Joey Tribbiani, like, who doesn't love the Friends song? seriously, I'm sure you've heard that, but I know there are a lot of babies on YouTube that haven't really seen the series, so definitely check it out. So enough talking, I'm just gonna do one eye off camera and we'll be right back. So this is what I created, just something really soft and simple. Nothing too out of the ordinary, and I used both the Rachel palette and the big eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to start off with my base, and I'm using the NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to apply that quite generously actually all over my lid. And actually using this primer made it a lot easier to apply, so yeah. So first shadow that I'm going to go into is from the Rachel palette, and I'm going in with Crush, and I'm using like a flat fluffy brush, and I'm just going to saturate my brush with it, and then I'm just going to pat it in place as opposed to buffing it straight away. So I'm just going to pat it in the outer corner, so. And I'm just going to build up the intensity. So with these shadows, you kind of like want to build up the intensity of it and then gently blend out the edges. You don't want to go in with blending because it just blends into nothing. You can see that the pigmentation is there. Okay. I'm not going to carry that into the crease just yet. And now with a fluffy brush, I'm going to go in with the big eyeshadow palette, so this one. And I'm going to use shade Paolo, which is this. I'm going to use shade Paolo, which is this beautiful blending type of shade. It's so warm, it's so nice. So I'm just gonna saturate my brush and then just blend out the edge of Crush ever so gently. And I'm blending it out by actually tapping the product in place first before I blend. I'm bringing that in my inner corner. Give me that warmth there so that the color is building up quite nicely. And once the color is fully built up, then I'm just going to gently blend it like so. See that I'm not losing Crush. Like the names in the eyeshadow palette is just bringing back characters. Like you've got Janice, Monica, Rachel, Mrs. Geller, Mr. Geller, Julie. Like it's just bringing back memories from the show, and it's just so nice. So now I'm gonna go in with Carol, and I'm gonna use Carol to blend out Paolo just at the very edge of the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using a detailed blending brush, and this is the Morphe M562 brush. I absolutely love this brush for like detailed work. I'm just going to blend out the edge ever so gently. Just looking on the box, that shade Carol that I used to blend out the edge is a pressed pigment. The shade Paolo is a normal eyeshadow, and the Rachel palette, the shade Crush, is a normal eyeshadow color. So yeah, just so that you guys know, they perform slightly different depending on the consistency of the shadow. So I'm just going to go back into Crush, and I'm going to re-intensify the edge of that because we've lost a little bit of Crush. So I'm just going to And that layers quite nicely. And now I'm going to start bringing that into my crease gently. Don't want it to be overly saturated because I'm going to cover it with the green shadow anyway. Like so. So I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so for my lid colors, I'm going to use Ross, which is this beautiful mossy green shade. And I'm also going to use Chandler. So I'm going to use Ross first and then Chandler right next to it. I absolutely love these shadows. I can apply them with a stiff flat synthetic brush, or you can use your finger. I used my finger to apply initially, and then I used the brush to kind of like make sure I get in inner corners and stuff, because it is very, very pigmented. That is a beautiful swatch. So I'm just gonna apply with my finger first. And see, oh, it's just such a beautiful shade. But the thing is, applying shadows with my finger isn't my favorite thing to do, because I do wear false nails, and on the odd occasion like today I don't have any on, but it isn't me on a regular. So yeah, so in this instance I would definitely use a brush normally. And now I'm going to go in with Chandler, and I'm going to apply that right next to Ross to kind of blend it slightly in before Crush starts. So it looks like that. I'm gonna soften that, and I'm gonna go in with the brush and just soften the edges, just to make sure that I get every single corner of the shadow. It's beautiful. Such a beautiful green shade is what we have. Very pretty. I actually managed not to have any fallout on my face, just because I was really careful when I was putting my brush in the eyeshadow palette, just to make sure that I don't bring up too much kickback. I'm just going to apply my wing liner now. Somebody asked me in a previous video what black liner I use. I've always used the Inglot 77 gel liner. I absolutely love it because it's so easy to use, and when it's getting dry I use a little bit of Duraline to kind of wake it up. So I'm going to be creating a cute little wing. Right. My eyes are done right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my face, and then we'll come back to finish my eyes, my lips. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, and my highlighter, because I do want to use the highlighter shade from the palette. So be right back. Okay. Right, so I'm back, and we're gonna do the under eye, and I'm actually really loving the under eye. I'm kind of gutted I didn't do this for the eye look itself, because it's such a pretty orange. But yeah, I'm gonna apply my base again on my lower lash line, because I really want the eyeshadow to pop. Alright, and now with a shader brush, I'm going to use the shade Phoebe. Phoebe is that beautiful, and I mean beautiful orange shade. I was gagging during the swatches, and it's that beautiful orange shade. I'm going to apply Phoebe, and then I'm going to apply Mike. Can you just imagine? Phoebe and Mike. I'm going to apply Mike right next to Phoebe, exactly where he belongs. So let's just I'm going to saturate Phoebe in there. And because I've done my base, I don't want any fallout. Look at that. That is beautiful. And then right next to Phoebe, I'm going to apply Mike. Mike is such a beautiful, soft, rose gold type of color. I'm just going to lightly blend that in and bring that into my inner tear duct as well. Like so. And then just to blend that out a little bit, I'm going to go in with Phoebe, just a little bit on my brush, and just blend out the edges out. Voila! Oh, it's so pretty. In my waterline, I'm going to apply the Makeup Revolution eye pencil in black. Yes, honey. Yes. Okay. Oh. Wow, it looks amazing. I'm loving it. So right now I'm going to apply my mascara, and I'm using the Urban Decay Lash Freak mascara. I'm going to apply my lashes, do my bronzer, come back, and then we apply the highlighter, and I might use the shade from the palette for my blush. So be right back. This is what we have so far. So for blush, I think I'm going to use Phoebe. I think I'm going to use Phoebe as my blush today. And that's a lot. That's a lot. So let's tap that. It's a lot because I really want to maximize this palette, guys. Like, yes, that is beautiful, isn't it? Looks like a lot on camera, but I promise you, it really isn't in real life. Plus, it's gonna fade. Always does on my skin. I don't know. Call my skin the blush guzzler. Oh, I don't want nose. Like so. That looks like a lot, but it really isn't. Just gonna blend that in. I actually think that I've dimmed my lights way too dark, so I'm gonna adjust my lights quite quickly. Yeah, that looks much better. So maybe using it as a blush isn't the best idea, but I actually like how pigmented it looks. I'm gonna apply my highlighter on top anyway, so let's see. So in the palette, we've got these 3 shades running through the middle, and I'm going to use the darkest one, which is called Estelle. I'm going to use the, what brush is this? The number 5 brush from It's My Ray Ray's collection with BH Cosmetics. We're just going to do what we do with the highlighters. Oh, of course, it's beautiful. It's Revolution. Revolution does amazing highlighters, so I don't expect anything other than blinding. And this one is, yeah, Très Beautiful. And it sits really well on that eyeshadow blush. Look at that. That is beautiful. Right now the Phoebe eyeshadow doesn't look as blinding as it did a few seconds ago, but that looks, oof, look at that. That looks really, really pretty. So let me set my face and then we move on to the lips. Right, so onto the lips. So for the lips, I want to use the Rachel lipstick because this is the one that I feel it looks really different online. to how it swatches on camera. Like, it has more of like a purple mauve undertone, so it doesn't really match this look though. So let's switch tactics. Okay, I think I'm gonna use Monica. Monica is a more of a pinky nude. Yeah, we'll use Monica. Okay, let's use Monica. I'm going to line my lips with a brown lip pencil, and then we use Monica on top. So let's go. And I'm going to use the Monica gloss right on top. So this is the finished look, guys. What do you think? I think it is so pretty. I even left my hair down. You know, left it down for you guys, but I think the look came out beautifully. So let's go through all the products that we use today. The first is the Friends mirror. Now, if you are a collector, like a lover of the show, and you need something to collect, you're not really into makeup, I would definitely suggest the mirror. The makeup bags as well are really good, but again, they're makeup bags, so if you're looking for something just to put on your vanity or for your skincare routine and that type of thing, definitely check out the mirror. In terms of it being a good size mirror for makeup and all of that good stuff, I think it's perfect. It fits my face perfectly. The mirror is clear and sharp. It's very light, so I held it throughout the makeup tutorial and I didn't feel like there was something weighty in my hand. It's well made. It's a very strong plastic, and the mirror is very easy to clean as well. So, and it'll also make a really cute accessory piece for pictures and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I definitely recommend the mirror. I think the price point is perfect for it as well. It's just such a really good mirror to have. Next up, the eyeshadow palette. So let's start off with the with this eyeshadow palette. Now this is designed in like a clapperboard type of design. I talked about it in my unboxing video, and I really do like the shades in this palette. I love the shades. I love the color story. I love the fact that they used I love the fact that they use characters from the show to kind of showcase the colors. I think the colors are very true to that era. They're very pretty, very wearable, very beautiful shades. The only downside I would say is if you're not really into makeup, you might get a little bit frustrated if you use the same technique that you use for other shadows. I think that you kind of really need to finesse your way through this eyeshadow palette, but it's not for all the shades. Some of the shades you need to finesse, some of the shades are just beautiful, some shades are just really easy to use with your finger, so you just need to play around with the eyeshadow palette. But in terms of the color story, the varied looks that you can create, I think it's a beautifully done eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love the highlighters as well. I'm wearing Estelle, and that is just so blinding. It's so pretty. It comes with a big ass mirror, which is great, and you can fold the eyeshadow palette like this, which makes it even easier and handier to kind of like go in and apply. So I definitely do like this eyeshadow palette, and I can see myself creating more looks with it now that I kind of get a hang of how I need to use some of the shadows in this palette. Right, we are getting serious here. I have to get my hair out of my face. That's why I always wear my hair up, guys. Like, get to my face. So yeah, the second eyeshadow palette that I use is the Rachel palette, and to be fair, I only use the darkest shade in there called Crush, but I think it's very beautiful brown shade, very pigmented. Love the size of these palettes. They're great for easy looks, easy to put together looks. So I just think that it's a very handy eyeshadow palette, and it complements the big eyeshadow palette really well. I did comment in my unboxing video that I don't think that all the eyeshadow palettes would work in silos for my skin tone. So they're great companion palettes for the big one and for other eyeshadow palettes. Now, in terms of the lipsticks, obviously, guys, you know that I am a lipstick junkie. So this combination is giving me all kinds of life. Brown with Monica lipstick and Monica lip gloss on top is just gorgeous. So I'm definitely a fan of the lip products, hands down. Yeah, so far I am pleasantly happy with the collection. Let me know what you guys have picked up, what you think about the eyeshadow palettes, what you think about the lip products. Are you gonna pick anything up? Were you able to snag anything from the first launch? Because I know Revolution sold out really quickly, but they did quickly restock as well, and I'm sure you guys can pick it up from Ulta, Superdrug, and from other retailers over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this look. Let me know what you think about these products. As always, I love chatting with you guys in the chat box, so please do leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. It honestly really does help me out a lot. We need to grow this channel. We need to grow the views, guys. You guys have been coming through, and I really appreciate you. So please share my videos with people that you think would enjoy my content. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, God doesn't like ugly. Remember, Black Lives Matter. And how cute are these scrunchies on my hand? They're just the cutest. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in a future video.